Good evening, folks. I think I'm live. Maybe. It's 2033 on the 8th day, 10th month, 2022. Well, a lot of deuces there. I want to make sure I'm sharing screen. Good. Right, this is going to be a wild ride today. This is going to be a 24-hour period of time that a lot of rain's going to fall in some very predictable areas. And there's a lot of storms that are very dangerous looking. While you slept, I was keeping an eye on things, watching your radars and watching the chem deployments to determine where your heavier falls are going to go. In northern rivers, yeah, some of your areas are going to be quite thick today. Eminent areas of very heavy falls like the Valley of Cuyahoga, some of the areas and catchments around Casino, and that area right there will experience bottomland flooding. You can count on it. So if you have a chance to go help someone now while the roads are passable, do it. Get their stock up in the air. Don't let your little general store that's just absolutely stressed out lose stock. Help. Okay, there's a chance here. Let's help people. Okay, I'm gonna show you now some of those heavier falls here before I go back to the inundation of Sydney and the gang. All right, what you're looking at here is temperatures of the upper level clouds. Okay, I can go to your visible radar. It just shows you a bunch of crap. It isn't helping much. So it's better for me to go to your radar itself. And your radar right now on the 1 hour loop is showing an extremely dangerous line that's going to be highly electrical because the swirling out here has begun. So the dynamo type effect of cloud layers passing each other in different directions containing different metals and metallics and magnetic properties is going to influence the lightning. So I'm very concerned of the sudden popping up of these heavinesses of these rays, and this is a cell that came through, and there will be continual of these coming today in this line. This is not over. You haven't gotten all your falls yet. This is bad. And as I moved south towards Sydney in the gang, it was looking really hard of what's coming. So without further ado, I want to show you the lines of chem that are going to make your weather today. And the biggest area of concern that you're going to have a lot of rain here, right? But it's all going to fall along your rivers, right? They're coming toward you, right? All that water is now on the ground and it's now on its way. All right, how are those bridges doing? We need to help. There's a chance here that we could save some lives because that water's coming. Any further showers chem bombed up today, and it will occur, is going to cause an inundation, and we have to be ever so vigilant because the chem is there, the flow is there. See it? As this comes up and around, it's going to be bad. They've created a diversion in the flow. Remember I said I was waiting on a beam? See that flash over there? That's telling me that something has interfered with the satellite. A big thing. So I said, right, they beamed it. They finally did. I've been waiting on it. And sure enough, right there going off your coastline here on this timestamp. See it? Watch the beaming event. They had to. They had to create a diversion in the flow, and there it is right there. Let me do a zoom bit on that for you. Get it up a bit higher. Higher in Turkish means stop. Like don't want anybody when they're bothering you at the dinner table when you're trying to eat, coming up asking you for money, you go higher. Well, higher. This needs to stop. So let's learn a word. And on a stop sign it says dur. Dur. This needs to stop. And in English that means like stupid. Dur. Well, dur. Dur to all the derps who say real. I said I was waiting on an EMF cut move. They have to separate the tendril to the north from this here for this to spin independently, and it's going to stall a bit. You're looking at 24 hours of that camping out over there. It has to. And there's the shock beam. Boom. That backs up moisture here. Backs up moisture in the flow here. Shoots it that direction and this direction all at once. I'm just reading this beam for you to show you how the heated outflows of an electromagnetic atmospheric heater works. And this is kind of within the zoom line of Newcastle, of very well-known devices over here. Looks like a big spatula on the ground. It's also known as a Nikola Tesla's death ray. Yeah, I could be funny and pull my map up and show you, but it would probably stall the video out. But I'm gonna do it anyhow. I'll show you. You got a device over there. I think I got it marked. Pay not attention to all the lovelinesses you see on my map. That's for further entertaining. Maybe tonight, I don't know. Hey, look. Tesla's death ray. Right, I've got it marked. So we'll go right into it. Save me a bunch of scrolling. Have you ever flown over a path from Brisbane to Sydney? You'll see it. It's right here on the ground, and it's not small. That's the Tesla's death ray. I'll show you a blueprint for the death ray, and you'll see a similarity of these lines here that are fuzzed out, these pipes here, this antenna collector on the outside, which can collect free energy from the world, the universe that's all around us, that's not talked about. It also can emit a great big whomps from whatever's decided on in these buildings. That's a great big antenna. It's also part of your Jorn network, and it's designed to heat the atmosphere far away to superheated plasma temperatures that'll actually melt and burn up missiles that are coming towards you. And that's what it is sold as. Look how big this is. I'll show you in miles and clicks. All right, we'll go on to Chris. Great, that's that. It's not small. It's not small at all. This is not. This is a big frying pan spatula. So it looks like a spatula to me. Yeah, Tesla's death ray. So I hope you found that a little bit interesting. That's not small. Nah, its area would be. Let's see if I can do an area manager. Path. Which is a rough path. It'll take you quite a bit. Come on. I want to go back to this point. But anyways, that's a long way around the outside. You have a good jog around the outside of that thing, you might make it around if it was on. Imagine there's a fence around it, because when it's on, you'd be feeling it. And that thing can cause earthquakes. I have to say, if it matched the harmonic of the Pacific plate and the Australian plate just right, it could cause deep problems if it was in the hands of the wrong people. Because Tesla, he knew some shit. And Tesla's death ray looks like this. Tesla's death ray. Now the actual patent of it, you'll see. See if we can find the pictures of this type device. You see this here? See that? You know, you wire this up just kind of the same. And join this, you flip that the other direction, you got that big thing you just seen. It's Tesla's death ray, designed to shoot missiles out of the air. And this could, now you could find all sorts of cool stuff about Nikola Tesla if you go look into things yourself. Bzzz, getting fried, Tesla style. He should have maybe kept this one to himself. Hi, I know how to do something. Maybe it's not such a good idea you tell people. Maybe you go to, yeah, but think to yourself, what could possibly go wrong? You know, the futurism of Tesla's death ray. They just show you a death ray. You know, kind of the moon. You know, we'll go rabbit hole. Oh my God, there's a Wardenclyffe Tower. You know, when you can generate energy from the atmosphere to give everybody free electricity so they don't have a heating bill, you know? That doesn't make a lot of money for our oppressor. Oh, this looks like the space modulator.
They have stolen the space modulator.
Where's the earth-shattering kaboom and all of it all? Well, all you get's the boom, boom, plume is the earth-shattering kaboom. I mean, this dude knew something. That looks like my hair sometimes. Hey, thank you, Tesla. He gave me hair. Anyways, that's the death ray, and it's quite capable of doing a beam like this for very vast distances. This is what it's designed for. And you got, what, 5 big Jorn devices at last check? I'll scattered around. Of various kinds, too. They didn't build the same one twice. And even that big thing on a Holt base out there. I could have showed you that, too. Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff marked on my map, but I thought you might find that entertaining. So, yeah, you're getting beamed, man. You're getting blasted, and the storm is now free to circulate back in and totally, absolutely cause crikey type weather down here. And will we have hook trails? Will we have hail? You can fucking count on it. Some of the heavier cells were going through Wollongong today that I seen, and this cell coming through Braidwood right here has definitely got my attention because it's going across the flatlands right now, absolutely dumping some rain into these creeks. And this is in a 3 hours how much it's leaving. That's a lot. Right, that's a real lot, man. And it's all headed down the catchment, headed down the creek. Maybe you could get yourself, like, put yourself on a dry land in your canoe or something, or your kayak, and see how far you go. You guys can make rafts, and pull each other across flooded areas, like roads, right? Remember the Missouri boat ride, like from Outlaw Josie Wales, right? Remember that? They could pull you, could make a little ferry, man. And don't charge no money for doing it. Just do it because it needs to be done. Right? You can help people. Right? You could do this. As these incredibly heavy amounts of rain that if they lasted 3 hours would fall. But the cell's only taking an hour. They're just going to drop a centimeter of rain on top of these hills and into the valleys. And well, when the valley's already soaked and it hits these mountains over here and starts running back over there, you're going to have a really big problem. In the town of Braidwood, you have a problem. It's common. Manga State Park. Mongo likes beans. Manga doesn't like kembambas. Nope, he does not. And the same situation's about to unfold in lots of little towns around here right now that are set up in the same catchment. Where they caught it over here, filled the creek, and then catch it over here, and there's nowhere for it to go but up. Right? The water's going to seek a level to where it normally goes. And you will be careful. If you was camping in one of these areas, flash flood and dangers are huge. So make sure you're up in the airbed. Right? Secure yourself. Or you're going to have a heck of a story to tell people around future campfires, ain't you? Because you're going to make it through it. You're going to be okay. All right? So let's look at this area here. And you are in flood danger. Told you I've done my homework. These areas here, as the water runs off the mountains out here onto the A1, this highway here is going to become a place you do not want to be traveling at full speed on. Right? You got bad tires because you're poor right now and you ain't been able to have nothing. You be careful. Because you hydroplane and go off a road and you lose a whole family or something. That would break my heart to hear about. And it would break my heart worse if I didn't tell people there's a danger for this town over here called this. I'm going to try it, right? Moruya. Okay, I tried it. Moruya, you got Moruya rain coming down here. Mossy Point, yeah. The moss will be growing on all sides of the trees if the things don't dry out soon. Algae's in the air. I'm surprised if a fish just jumps out of the ocean and it just keeps swimming on by. I wouldn't be surprised. I've seen so much incredibleness with the geoengineering this season, and as a cloud brightening program whips up seawater, right, and it's allowed to do this, and wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be a sight? Wow, really, a Sharknado. Wow, crikey. Only in Australia, man, would you have a Sharknado. That shit wouldn't happen in Los Angeles. They'd have Spider-Nados in freaking Australia, dropping webs on the ground. Chem webs, they came and sickened so many people. Morgellons is such an untalked about issue. Yep. But that's something I talk about very freely. So Taurus heads, man, you're just about to have your event because all this stuff's coming your way. It's coming your way and you're going to get it yourself. And when this stuff turns back around, right, it is the center of circulation of, see if we can get some pressures on here. This will move more toward the coast. This is not going to sit there. Can't. Because the vortex has got it pinned. So all the momentum of this wanting to move north is going to hem it all up. It's got nowhere to go. So it starts to back up the cam and back it up, and the rains will get a bit heavier. They should. So accumulations-wise, I'm going to run the plan for you. Here's the weather plan. Here's the inundation. Here's the plan agreed to by the United Nations. How you liking them United Nations? Are you having a good day there, Brizzy coastline area? How's the Bruce doing today? Bruce Wayne is needed. Batman. Bam, 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 bam. Am I going to get in trouble for using that song? I don't give a monkeys anymore. A monkey's toss. That's what a monkey tosses when you walk by the cage, because he's so tired of you staring at his ass, he's going to give you something to look at. Hey, look at this turd flying at you. Monkey. Monkey smells his finger after he touches another ass and falls off the branch. Well, don't be a monkey sniffing finger. You're complaining every time you vote when you smell your finger to see the result. Boy, do you guys get done. Hey, that's a bad time coming over here. Don't be out on your boat over here on Monday evening at nighttime. My God, look at the storms planned for Fraser Island. In this area here, planned for you in the next 24 hours. A little bit of inundation coming on. Access should give us a decent 2-day look at that. By 3 days, the water's down. And they're not showing a whole lot of it. So I think somebody's lying to you. Because you ain't no way you're getting this much rain falling all on your ass. And you ain't getting that little bit of water. It is lasting a long time. Right? They're talking 1 centimeter every 3 hours. Right? Well, there's 3 hours going by. And it's still there. Somebody's lying to you. Right? How many hours of it still being there? Oh, we've gone up to 6, 8. Is it going to hang out there for 3 hours? But you don't want to be along Dingo Beach over here, or whatever that one's going to be called. Because it's going to be really wet, man. That's a lot. That's a lot. And it's hammering, and the wind's going to be blowing, and the boats are going to be getting hemmed up on shit that you're going to get stuck. Quick sandy shit's going to go on. Sharks are going to be laughing at your fucking ass because you're coming straight to their dinner table. Why? Because stupid goes away. And boy, the whales will have an advantage to you because they'll be underwater, laughing happily bubbles at you as you cop your shit. Right? But the runoff coming into the bay is not going to be very healthy from all the stuff you decided to put on the land over here. It's now going over here. What's going over here is going over there. And yeah, lots of great big old David Bowie looking, it's bizarre man cloud skies. And yeah, it does look bad today because I do have all that pulled up of a dingo. Emerald be frying your ass. Bzzz. Boy, has it been a busy day at Emerald. I'm surprised that thing ain't smoking. It's been so busy this season. That would give me great pleasure. Come on, lightning bolt. All right, Emerald, you want to control the weather? Let's see how you handle this, big boy. When one that shows up with a great big lightning bolt. Or somebody take a picture of yourself from just the right angle that looks like you're hitting that son of a bitch with a fucking driving iron and send it to me, please. I've been wanting that meme for years. And well, I could always hold the golf club, but take the picture at the same time was difficult to do. So please, somebody go out there and amuse me one bit. Time for the smackdown to occur. Times of civil disobedience are long overdue. Civil disobedience don't work. Now it's just time for obedience to thyself, to who is true to self. To thine own self be true. If you see chem bombs in front of you, tell someone. Show the guilt when you see it. Show the not guilty when you see it. Show it, see it, say it. And I see one of the most obvious deployments of chem bombs coming across the bite over here. Watch this. It's showing up so blatantly. And how long it lasts in such a formation that I just have to enlighten you guys with it. Right, let's go back in time and away back here. Move it along. Moving right along. Boom, 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 boom. Look at the ploy. Boom, 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 boom. It's like a drum roll, please. Machine Gun Kelly in your skies. Hey, Charlie Brown, how's the weather today? Where's Charlie Brown's vaccine picture? It's waiting for the tombstone to go on. Oh, I'm sorry, Linus. Don't be a fucking idiots. This shit's going on right now. And if you don't like my view about that, I don't like the fact that you forced me into feel like a second-class citizen on a planet where we're made to pay rent in a land that's given for free to somebody. You just put a flag on a goddamn ground and say, hey, this is mine. What does that mean when I put a beach towel down, that's mine? No, it does not. It doesn't belong to us. It belongs to everything that lives in it. And well, if we're poisoning things that are going over these sands, that sift our waters. Mollusks. That we're fucking up. If we put in a barrier that prevents a river from having its communication with the sea in times of drought so the sea itself can wet the land, then we have fucked up. Look what they've done to the Murray and Darling rivers. You'll understand what that is. And that's a hashtag that I'd be so upset to start talking about I couldn't continue the video. Couldn't continue. There's so much things that are going on that are raping and pillaging our land with total disregard to the life of the things that depend upon it. That to even start right now, I would have to stop the video. Because this is very difficult for me to watch the poisoning of people every day. This groundhog's weather we're going through. At least a groundhog, he had the ground in his name to constantly be grounded. You know, I was born on Groundhog Day. It's the weather forecaster day, isn't it? Puxatawny Phil pointing out a chemtrail going across the land. Chemtrail not dissipating. A contrail. It would have gone by now. This is a con. You're being lied to. It's a chemtrail. Say it. You could do it. If it's got chemicals and it's catalyzing a cloud, leaving a trail, I don't care if it's a smoke coming out of the light system in a concert hall. There's a dry ice, is a chemical of carbon dioxide, very cold, and so it is a chemical trail, right? Well, you wouldn't want to stand in a cloud of that too long, too. I imagine asphyxiation. It's not a very nice thing. You know, that's like having a plastic bag put over your head and taped. Well, what's getting the bag put on its head when this is going on? This whole chem-bombed edge of shit that's streaming over the nation of Australia. These free, peaceful people who deserve a future of which they was promised. That was promised to their grandparents to leave a better world for their kids who would leave one for theirs. Where's the promise to be fulfilled? When is the austerity ever going to end for us? When will we be treated like anything other than servants and serfs by people that think they can overlord us with taxation, with never a bit of representation? When you've got barbed wire and guards around a house of governance where you're supposed to be able to have a voice, then you have no voice. The poll tax is back. The new Jim Crow laws are back, and they affect all of us now, except those who make the laws, who are the crows that peck out the eyes like the ravens in the movie The Omen. And the omens are quite clear. The signs of end times in so many people's books of prophecy are well eminent before our eyes. In so many of them. Yet, do you heed the signs of the times when it's pointed out to you? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. It's up for me to decide this. There's no side to pick. There's just choices you must make. You must make a choice to decide, do you think this is right to go on this X plume out here in the ocean over animals? Now, I don't even want to show you what's going on over us, right? Because this isn't about us right now. This is about everything. This is about your planet that you are allowed to be on as a guest. You are a guest here. Figure that out. Do you shit in the living room when you're a guest? No, you do not. The sky is the room we live in. This is our living room. This is what we share together. There's another one. Going off. Chem bombs. Suck. Boom, boom, boom went the plumes. On and on and on, coming from this one area. Pluminazis. Bunch of pluminazis. I do not want you to see this. NOTSEES, not C's. Censors. Blockers of information. Telling you can't see this, you can't see that, you must think this, you must think that, this is a glitch, that is a glitch, this is a glitch in the fucking matrix, man, that's the fucking glitch, and I'm the glitch in the matrix. You must be the glitch, you must fucking rise above that which you are seeing. You must. What you see is a veil of consumerism. And what I see is the reality of your weather is being owned as a consumer product. Somebody's getting paid to make this stuff that's going in the sky. Somebody's getting paid to think about that. Somebody keeps putting a Windows logo up here in the sky, and who's funding these kind of things? Mr. Subliminal wants you to buy his program. This guy made freaking computer viruses and systems that could be hacked, and computer systems and AI, and there's AI type stuff in the sky. You can't tell me this guy, this kid, this who has like mad scientist ideas is ever going to be called a good man by me. A philanthropist could be taking the piss when this is what they want to do to us. And this is what's going on right now, causing the heavy falls that you're seeing inundating Australia today, causing major damage, causing sleepless nights, causing Mother Nature's will to be set aside. And well, you know, if Mother Nature had enough of us, she'll shake us off like fleas. Dig down. You'll see what's happened in the past. When things get out of line, the line comes back anyhow. You can only pull the string so far before you will lose your grip. And well, the bowstring is mighty fucking tight right now. And it looks like the bow is stretched as much as it can take. Loose the arrows of outrageous fortune. Alas, so York, it is time. Big love.